Good afternoon, YouTube. We're working on our weekly update. I'm strolling up into the North 40, hoping to find my grandson up here somewhere in his new home, a place that he wants to hang out all the time. He doesn't even want to be near me. He requested that I bring him apples cut up. Let's see why. Malcolm,
What?
why am I bringing you these apples?
So I can feed them the pigs those apples.
What, pigs? There are pigs in here?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't your room?
No.
What are they doing?
They're digging holes.
Is that called rooting?
Yeah.
You can take more if you want. Just break it up into the different pieces and put them out. They love apples. But now they've figured out that they can dig. See, in their old house, it was pre-dug. Their mommy had already dug everything up. I don't know why Papa bought a rototiller. He just needed little piglets.
Yep. He did.
All right, there you go. Piglets are on the homestead. Only with good country living can you actually say stuff like this and have it be true. How come? Your room is a pig pen. So while we were gone on our little vacay, the chickens survived, thrived. So I brought you over here with a camera to show you two things. One, I think that dark rooster right there has been trying to crow, and I'm hoping that you are allowed to hear the funniest sound on earth, especially if you're annoyed by crowing. And two, to show you my automatic door. So for the second one, I have to get inside the pen. Be right back. They missed me. Coming all the way up to my toes here. Going, hey, did you bring some treats? Now what I've done is I've trained them that if I say a certain thing, that I'm bringing food. So I don't do that unless I'm bringing food. So inside the chickshaw here, I know it's going to be hard to see on the video, but right here, a piece of plexiglass, and up here is a actuator that pushes that door open on these rails there and up here this far, and that lets them in and out. And then at nighttime this gets pulled all the way to here to keep them safe at night. And I can see now that it's filthy, so they obviously can't, it's still invisible to them, so I need to do something with that. But inside the chickshaw now is some control circuitry with two timers that you can kind of see there, the two white boxes, and that's how I set when it will open and when it will close. So instead of coming out first thing in the morning and letting them out, it opens the door. And instead of coming out here at dark when I'm all comfy, it closes the door. And there's the battery out here, protected by the roof. I'm going to put a little wood board over it, but right now it's perfect. They got plenty of water. It's good. And no crowing. I guess he's being bashful because I'm watching. Just going to double check that there aren't any eggs in here, because he's crowing, so he's bragging about something. I don't see any. So Malcolm knows the secret call to get the chickens to come. So as soon as he gets over here, he's going to do it, and the chickens will come running to him. Do it, Malcolm.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Chickens! Chickens!
You hold these ones?
You bet. Remember, the fence is hot. Malcolm, good job. He knows no fear of this fence yet. He gets so close to it. But fortunately, it's a paws and egg, so if he doesn't touch the orange and the green at the same time, he won't get shocked. Malcolm, look behind you. Quick, look behind you. Behind you. By the garden. Do you see it? What is it?
A turkey.
What garden is this, Malcolm?
Garden 1.
Yeah, weird thing that's been happening in Garden 1 is over there by those fruit trees over here. 10 magpies were in here last night, just bouncing around in the bigger tree and then on the ground like they were knocking down the fruit. The fruit's not ripe. Our strawberry plants are starting to put on strawberries. They've actually put on various strawberries, but they've disappeared. There's the strawberries.
That one's almost
Our
about-
cilantro couldn't wait for the tomatillos and has already gone to seed.
Hey, Papa.
What do you got, Malcolm?
That one's about to be red.
All right, when it's red, we'll eat it.
Yeah.
Carrots are doing great. I've actually planted some more, but they haven't got enough water yet to germinate. I've replanted the radishes, which are in here. I've added some more beets, but again, they haven't got enough water to germinate. We've got our cabbage going, and the spinach has been harvested a few times, and it's going to seed. But I've planted a whole new bed right here of spinach. Our cucumbers are doing great. Let's go over and look at the tomatoes and the tomatillos. This bed is due for another weeding, but the tomato plants and the tomatillo plants in the background there, the pepper plants down here are doing fantastic. The onions that Malcolm's touching right there are great. They all are just growing up as big as they can. That's an onion, Malcolm.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of flowers down here in the tomatillo. Flowers coming in on our tomatoes. I don't know which tomatoes are which. We have a few varieties, some Romas, some Alphas, all heirloom.
Onion.
Got lots of onions, don't we, Malcolm?
Yeah.
You can see the mulch layer in the middle expanded out, and it's making my weeding a little easier. But where there were already plants, of course, it came through. The wheat has gone. Please don't walk in the bed, buddy. The wheat has gone crazy. Here, stand by the wheat, Malcolm. Let's see how big it is. Stand right next to the wheat. Stand right there. There you go. The wheat has gone crazy. As you can see, it's as big as a 5-year-old. Okay, come on. And the seed heads look awesome. Should be able to harvest that sometime in the middle of July. We finally weeded our bean bed. It has black beans and edamame. Funny thing is, I got every single weed out of here, and this one has already had time to grow up to be that big. And that was less than a week ago. You can see the trail of death along the side. The weeds here are amazing. And then the other bed of tomatoes and peppers, not doing so great. It's kind of it's growing, but not so great. Let's go over, which garden should we go to next, Malcolm?
Garden 2.
2. In Garden 2, the millet is doing great. The oats are doing great. The corn has finally started feeling the sun. It's been kind of cold here, so they're thickening up nicely and growing. My watermelon has been eaten by something. Bummer.
Watermelon.
But some of my squash and pumpkins have come up. I did plant by each of the forward corn here a climbing green bean right there, on the idea that it would grow up the stalk. Don't break that one, Malcolm. It's supposed to be there. So you can see here, there's one on that one too. And I'm worried that it's not going to get warm enough, so the corn's not going to outgrow the green bean, and then the green bean will die. My grandson and I completely did this bed 3 days ago, and now the plants are already 3 inches. So this cow manure is really good at growing weeds and corn, because the corn is doing well. All right, that's my report for garden 2. Now off to garden 3. Okay, over here in garden 3, this is my turkey decimated area. The millet is actually coming up over here and over there, but not much up here in the front. And the oats, I don't know. I put them everywhere, and it looks like there might be some over here and a couple over there, but that's that. The sunflowers have come up. Malcolm and I need to come out here and clip off all but one of these and give them a good watering. It's raining now. You can see Malcolm's on bug patrol. He's squishing ants. But we need to weed this and thin the sunflowers so that they can grow up right. All right, let's see what else we can find. We do not know what kind of cherry this is. And for a while I thought that one side of the cherry tree had a different variety than the other, because this side ripened first and that side is still a bright red. We tried these on this side when they were yellowish orange, and they were good, but they weren't great. Over here though, you can see that the cherries have gone completely dark. They are delicious, and we pick them as often as we can stand. Actually, we're buying a dehydrator and a cherry pitter because we just have so many. And if you think, oh, to have your problems, just wait. Because right up there, boom, I have another cherry tree, which, as you can see in the video, is heavy laden with cherries that will be done in about a week. So we're going to be all over that tree. And speaking of all over the trees, the magpies, every bird that we see, even the woodpeckers, get up in these cherry trees. They enjoy them. So, we find a cherry that's been bit, we just toss it aside, and if we find one that hasn't been bit, we eat it. My electrical project has moved ahead. We now have the power pole structure. The problem is I need to get my electrician and the electric company out here at the same time to turn off the power, reroute the power from the house up into this panel, and then route power from there up into this panel and hook it all back up. And then we need to do some electrical work on the inside of the house, and then that project will be done and ready for its next step. Up here in the North 40, the chicken tractor is poised and ready for the meat birds. Maybe half a week or a week from now, the meat birds will be in the chicken tractor. The chick flock, which is all the way down there, is going to be moved up here tomorrow with their electric net. And then the 2 pigs now have a super secure gate. They are digging away. I should have called them weed eater and cultivator as opposed to breakfast and dinner, but we like the breakfast and dinner name. It makes their roles here very clear. Anyway, that'll do it for our weekly update. We're super excited about the progress we're making on the homestead. Malcolm, do you have any final words for the people?
I like how the pigs dig, and maybe they can find some food when they dig.
Yeah, that's right. They find food when they dig. Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
Goodbye, all.